thought I would give you a little tour of how the garden is shaping up. I want to make a little cafe curtain for my kitchen. And he saw the curtains, he was like, wow, those made a big difference. And I didn't even... Hello and welcome. If you are new here, my name is Emily Garby. On this channel, I share my love for thrifting, DIY, and homemaking. Today I'm going to be taking you along on just a few little activities around my home, homemaking and doing some DIYs, just some things that have brought me joy. So I hope that I can share some inspiration with you all. We are starting out in my garden today, and as you can see, the butterflies are absolutely loving this patch of zinnias that I have. I'm going to show you a full tour, as well as the other things that we have in our raised gardens and some things that I've learned along the way. This is my first year gardening, and we've had a lot of successes, but also a lot of failures. There's also a lot of bees in here, so I think that this is really helping. I mean, I really have to be careful before I grab something to make sure that it doesn't have a bee on it. I feel a little bit guilty collecting these flowers, but I absolutely love having fresh flowers in my home, and there's plenty for the bees as well. As you can see, my basil is taking off. Anytime that I see any little flowers on it, I cut them off and I use them in arrangements. So here my Thai basil has a lot of little flowers, and so that's what I added to this week's arrangement. I think that's what's helping it stay really healthy and keep producing more leaves. It's putting all of its energy into making more basil leaves, which is the goal. This is how my little arrangement turned out, and this ended up right next to my kitchen sink, which I think is just so lovely. All right, I've got baby on the hip, but I thought I would give you a little tour of how the garden is shaping up. I keep waiting to show you the perfect time when everything is in bloom, or when everything, I don't know, is satisfactory, but then things die in the meantime of waiting for the thing that I want to show you all. So there's never gonna be a perfect time. It's always changing. So I thought I would give you a little update of how it's going since you guys saw us put them in. All right, so we put these garden beds in March, I believe it was. You guys saw us build these. My dad and mom built these pretty much completely for us. And then we have slowly been filling them up. Obviously, you can tell my basil is happy. Then back here, we're trying to get, this is my second attempt getting some beans. I switched to yard-long beans, which are supposed to be the best for Florida summer heat, because the other ones were just getting scorched, the whole beans that I tried. But they are doing really well. So I started those by seed, and then I have some pepper plants back here. I just harvested a bunch of jalapenos from this one here. And they're red jalapenos. They look really good. We haven't had them yet. And then I've got some spinach growing here. This is Malabar red stem spinach, so it's kind of like a more tough spinach, but it's supposed to work well here in Florida, so we'll see, because everything else was just dying. I was trying to start some tomatoes in this egg container with some saran wrap over it, but it's not going well, y'all. It's not. I've got Thai basil right here, and then I've got the sweet basil, which clearly I need to harvest some, but I've already made pesto 3 times this summer, you guys. So I need to just do it again, I guess, because that's an insane amount. And then back here, I've got a lemon cucumber, which is a special type of cucumber that can grow in Florida. I think there's another one back in there, but we'll see if that one works. My other cucumber did not do well. It just got scorched, like the normal cucumber from Home Depot. So I started that one from seed. Yeah, there's another one back in there. The marigolds are supposed to help keep the bugs away from the cucumbers especially. So this garden is looking pretty full. We have this garden over here, which I've pretty much devoted to cut flowers in this front little half of it. And I had some Gerber daisies growing here. They're done. I need to rip them out. And then I've got these kind of more leafy long ones here are the cosmos. You made a slingshot. And then these are all my zinnias, which are doing awesome. They got a little bit scorched on this side. I think we just didn't water them enough, and it's just so hot. Also, it does get really, really harsh sun here in the morning. So this side got really toasty, and then this side is still looking more lush. I've been like ripping off all of the leaves to try to give it a good chance, and it's still producing lots. I just made a little bouquet, so I've kind of been making little bouquets like 3 times a week about. I have another basil here that we started off of a cutting because it was just doing so well, and I think I'll probably dig that up and give it to a friend soon so that they can have some, because we do not need any more basil. And then I've got more Malabar spinach growing in here, and then this here is okra, which is supposed to do well in Florida, but I haven't gotten any flowers yet, but it's looking really healthy, so I'm excited for that. And then here I'm gonna put some sweet potatoes. We've got those kind of like started inside to see if they get nice good eyes and everything. And then we just got a compost machine or bin or whatever it's called, so it probably won't stay there. I'm not sure where we can hide it better, but the kids have been super into the compost thing and taking the compost out and like spinning it, because it spins like this. I can link it on Amazon. It's been good so far, we think, but we're excited to start that. I want to tell you about a really cool brand, Osea, and they are the sponsor of today's video. They make skincare out of seaweed. So it's kind of cool, actually. There's this type of seaweed, it's called Undaria seaweed, and it's actually invasive and destroying a lot of ecosystems. And so what they're doing is they're taking it has a lot of benefits, and they're soaking it in botanical oils and creating lovely skincare. This is their #1 bestseller, and the thing that I have been absolutely loving, it is their Undaria algae body oil. I'll show you all how it goes on. So you just put it on like so. That was like way too much. A little bit goes a long way, and it smells so good. It smells like summer, like very orangey, flowery, just lovely. So I absolutely love the way that this goes on. It doesn't leave my skin oily or greasy at all. I definitely put on too much on that side, but you know what? Even that, it absorbs right in and it just feels amazing. Since I've been using this, my little like bumps on the back of my arm are disappearing. So I'm super grateful for that. And then I also have been using their body lotion and their body wash as well. These are all the little travel size, and I have a special discounts that I can share with you guys. They're mother and daughter founded, which I think is really cool. They're sustainable, clean, and vegan. So the deal that Osea is giving for just my viewers until the end of the month, so this won't last long, take advantage of it now, is that you can create your own bundle of 6 of these travel sized items, and they'll give you 10% off, as well as include this little cute vegan leather bag. It has green on the inside and a little zipper. So thank you so much, Osea, for sponsoring today's video, and I hope that you all enjoyed their products as well. All right, so I'm gonna move on to sharing a recipe with you guys. I shared last week a affordable and healthy grocery haul, and I mentioned a few recipes, and you all definitely wanted to see these recipes. So here I am. I'm gonna show you one of them, which is these 3-ingredient high-protein cottage cheese pancakes. Yes, so all you have to do is mix cottage cheese with oats and eggs. And so I actually I multiply this recipe times 4. So I use 8 eggs, and then I use 2 cups of cottage cheese and 2 cups of old-fashioned oats, and you'll see how much that gives you. That's enough for my family of 5, and to have like leftovers and everything, but definitely use the smaller like recipe that is actually the real recipe if you just want to try this out for the first time. But I do really like the consistency, and I'll definitely show you how it like comes out. So I just use a blender to blend it all together. Oh, and I totally forgot, in addition to the ingredients that are called for, I also add vanilla extract and lemon zest, just a little bit of both, and it just adds a more complex flavor and helps hide that like really strong eggy flavor, if that makes sense. So once it is nice and blended, I just pour it directly onto my hot skillet that has butter on it, and this goes on really easy and it flips really easy. And I'm going to show you just like the consistency that they come out to, because I did not believe this was actually going to work. I use a little bit of a lower heat than normal pancakes with these, just to make sure I don't get any of that like burnt egg taste. That's a very distinct taste to me, so I just want to avoid that. And as you can see, once you rip them open, this one was steaming hot, it has a nice fluffy texture. You would never know that this is just 3 ingredients. And then this is how much this recipe yields with my like quadrupling it. I believe like 2 of them were stolen by some hungry little boys, but it turned out really well, and I hope that you will give this recipe a try. I'm filming this right before 4th of July, so we did some painting this morning. It dried up already, but we made like some little fireworks with the toilet paper roll we cut. I know you guys are gonna see this way after the 4th of July, but this is an idea to do for like little flowers. This one we cut a straw to make it that little flower shape, and so that could be a fun like little summer after activity for kids. They had fun doing this, and it was a bit of a mess, but it's okay. It turned out really cute. Hello from the floor. It's been a few days, and I just made a curtain panel for my kitchen. I want to make a little cafe curtain. I was very inspired by myself making the cafe curtain in the laundry room. I just thought it was so cute, and it was really easy because you just make 2 like rectangles pretty much, and then you just clip it with little clips. So I made this panel, but the problem is that I don't think I like this fabric. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's just like a gray blue linen cotton blend, but I don't know. I think I want something like white with like terracotta colored stripes. So I'm gonna finish it. It would just be fun to like have some to switch out probably like seasonally, and this kind of looks like very springy, so I might enjoy this in spring or like late winter or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, just doing a little rolled seam around all the sides. And then I have a rod coming in like, I think it's delivered in 2 days from now, hopefully. And so hopefully we can get these up, and so I can show you how it turns out. Another note that the reason I'm doing this on the floor is because we just set our dining room table really cute for 4th of July, and so I don't want to mess with it. And so floor it is. Make do. All right, so pardon the dishes drying over here, and I have the dishwasher on right now. But we have a hot second, and I got up this rod that I ordered on Amazon. I can link it. I ended up just getting a tension rod. I was debating getting one that would be mounted, and just decided, you know what? To make my life easy and just do a tension rod. And then I got these little hooks, little clip ring hook things. And so we're gonna attach the curtains that I made. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say about that. There's a few stickers on there that I need to take off. Oh, and I was debating what color to go with, because we kind of have like mixed metals in this kitchen. It's like we have like this antique brass faucet, and then most of the other metals in here, well, really just like the handles, the hardware, is antique bronze, oil rubbed bronze. So that's what I ended up going with. I thought that it would just like help kind of tie this together, and since it's like on the wall, it kind of makes sense for it to be the same as like the cabinet. But I don't know, there's lots of options you could go with, but it's very different than matte black. You're not supposed to mix matte black and oil rubbed bronze. So let's see if these look good up here. You're gonna go down, okay? You go down? Have a snack? No snack? No. Oh, okay. Let's do about there. See you. I'm doing this the lazy, easy, simple way, and I'm just folding it over. I'm not hemming the top part, if that makes sense. That way these are like completely adjustable. Not that I think that I will use them anywhere else, but I could use them somewhere else if I wanted to, I guess, because they have about 5 inches of extra length in the back there. And so yeah, this is a little easy time saving hack. You could, even if you don't want to use a sewing machine but you do want curtains like this, you could absolutely use iron-on hemming tape. I have not personally used that before, but I've seen people do that for curtains, and it seems like it works really well. I'm just not sure how many washes it would hold up to, but it would probably be just fine. Like, we don't really wash our curtains that often anyways. I don't know. Sit down, Ace. I think it's a little bit too dark. I'm gonna have them open all the time. Like, I'm not planning to ever really close these. They look fine closed. Also, I think I pulled the middle up a little bit too much, but they're just a little bit too dark. That one's also kind of laying a little funky. But I'm gonna get both of them up. It'll be good to have something here, like framing the window a little bit, but I'm gonna probably change them. Have the stickers off. We had to run off real quick to swim lesson, so I didn't get to like fine tune adjust these. This is how I had to just leave it for you all. But let me know if you guys have a color suggestion for these or a pattern. What would you guys suggest? I'm not loving it. I want to hear your thoughts. All right, you guys, back from swim lessons, kids are finally asleep. But I wanted to report that Dominic came home and he saw the curtains. He was like, whoa, those made a big difference. And I didn't even prompt him. Like, I did not say, like, notice anything different in here. He noticed them immediately. So that makes me pretty happy. But yeah, I just think that I don't have any other like blue like that in this kitchen. So some sort of stripes, like with a warm color, I think would be better. So I might change that out soon, but we're gonna leave it as is right there. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog as well. Next week, I'm gonna be back with some thrifting at the Goodwill bins, you guys. I just went on a trip to the Goodwill bins like 2 days ago. I was gonna include it in this video, but it was just like be way too much. So come back for that one. Let me know if you enjoyed seeing this little like creative homemaking vlog. I'm thinking of like making like a handmade home series kind of to like group all of this type of video in so that you can watch more of these if you enjoy them. And let me know if you enjoyed it down in the comments below. What color would you do? If you have a fabric recommendation, let me know here. I'm just struggling a bit. And I hope you all have a very blessed week, and I will see you very soon for that Goodwill bins thrifting video. Bye guys.